Welcome back to the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. One of the designated market makers, Trading Post Citadel, has got C connecting the dots everywhere. They did have the bell, which seems to, I think, have moved off to another area. C is limited, has launched an IPO. We've got the president.
Thank you.
Joining me here, Nick Nash, the online gaming and shopping platform. Your decision to launch, to IPO at the New York Stock Exchange, why?
One very simple reason. We felt we were ready. We're the largest internet company in Greater Southeast Asia. We have the biggest games business, the biggest e-commerce business, and now the biggest payments business. We're almost 6,000 people now. We were ready for it because now is the time to use capital to grow.
Okay, but so you raise capital from this IPO, and we can hear, and we're seeing the actual launch this morning. What are you going to do with that capital? Because once you've spent that capital, it's gone, and you are at the mercy still of the market with quarterly reporting and everything that goes with it.
It's incredibly straightforward. Our e-commerce business has some of the lowest customer acquisition costs we've ever seen in the industry. We spend $4 to $7 to get a customer, and that customer tends to spend $66 a month with us. The paybacks are fantastic, we believe, which is why we're investing.
But why? There are many ways that one can raise capital these days.
Of course.
Everything from joint ventures to equity to all sorts of private equity, all sorts of ways. Why would you want to submit yourself? Because that's sometimes what it is, to the rigors of quarterly reporting, to the scrutiny. Look, I'm going to give you an example. One of the oldest companies on the board, GE, being beaten up today. We've got the newest company on the board. Now, doing quite well, actually, you're in profit. This is a fascinating move.
Why did Edmund Hillary climb Everest? Because it was hard. In some ways, being a public company is the hardest thing in business today. It's certainly hard for a young company like us. We're just 8 years old. But it subjects us to scrutiny, which builds confidence. It subjects us to governance, which builds rigor. It gives us capital, which gives us growth. What's bad about that? We're ready for this, Richard, which is why we've embraced this, which is why we're here today. We've spent 8 years preparing for this moment, and we're ready.
And if we look at the way your IPO has gone, so the offering price was 15, you open at 16 and a quarter, you've traded a bit lower at 14, and you're now at 15, which suggests that your people got it just about right.
Well, you're kind to say that, but frankly, I'm trying hard not to focus on 30-minute trading volumes.
Oh, come on.
At the end of the day, Richard, give me some credit here. We represent 10% of humanity. We're playing for the long game here. I have 600 million people in our region. If I focus on 20-minute intervals of my stock price, I'd never have any work done. We're focusing on a little bit longer time period than that.
And let's just finish on that point, because I think often, certainly even on the Quest Express, a jolt of business news, where you do focus on the Dow is up, the dollar is down, the bond is mixed. How difficult is it for a company, for a president of a company, for any of the top executives to focus on the long term when sort of the market is looking at the quarterly results, as we saw from United Airlines yesterday, which dropped 11%?
What's funny, people sometimes ask me where I live, and I think the honest answer is I don't live in Singapore. I live in Singapore Airlines. And God bless flights with no Wi-Fi. It's a great way to focus. But jokes apart, the real reason we're here is to create capital to grow our business. At the end of the day, our region is 5 to 10 years behind China and internet. If we simply execute for the next 5 to 10 years, we can build something magnificent in our part of the world.
Good to see you, sir.
Thank you, Richard.
We look forward to seeing you again in New York.
Thank you for having me.
And when Singapore Airlines restarts its non-stop from New York to Singapore, which I'm sure you've been on when it used to be.
I love that plane. I feel so bad it doesn't exist anymore.
It'll be back. 18 hours, 32 minutes.
Keep the oil price down for us. The plane will be back. See you, Richard. Bye-bye.
Good to see you, sir. Thank you very much. Nick Nash, the CEO of the president. I've done it again. Hey, his father's over here. Good to see you, sir, as well. Good to see you. Congratulations to your son.
Thank you.
I just promoted him, but I promise you.
Thank you.
Good to see you. And your wife. Oh, your wife. I'm doing really well here today. I warned you at the beginning of this program. Nice to meet you, man. I warned you at the beginning of this program that there was a sort of end-of-term atmosphere about the stock exchange today, and I think this is largely as a result. Good to see you. We will continue